Amy's script was great. I mean, you know, I've worked on a lot of these Judd Apatow movies, and the script is always, you know, at early stages, always about 75% there. You know, you're trying to figure it out, and it's constantly evolving and changing. In this script, I read it and just went, well, this is it. Like, this, you just shoot this. It's 100%, you know. She wrote an amazing script. And then, it was great getting to work with her, you know. It was awesome. I was so thrilled to get the chance, you know. Doctor, he's a good guy. He hasn't dated a lot of people. He's kind of a little nervous about getting back into the game. He has his friend LeBron James kind of as his wingman, helping him, you know. And you know, he's a relationship guy, you know. He's a guy, and I relate to that. I'm that way, you know. I've always been, it's never someone who like dated a lot, you know. I just meet someone and we're in a relationship, you know. And that's who he is, and it's interesting for him to meet like Amy's character, who I think is someone who is trying to get herself into tune, and you know, he sees something in her that she doesn't see in herself, which is, I thought, really kind of beautiful. But she's someone who has a hard time in a relationship, and that's where the conflict comes in, you know. Well, I think because she's so honest and she's got so much confidence, you know, and she's so fearless. And he's someone who's very academic and very kind of rigid in a way, you know, and she is so free and kind of like, oh, don't worry about it. Go up and do that, you know, do your thing, you know. And, you know, there's a scene that was cut where she helped him write his speech, which was really helpful for me, you know, because he doesn't know how to, he's nervous about going up and talking in front of people. And she's like, I can help you out with that, you know. And I think he just sees this side of her that is this very beautiful, fearless person, and she doesn't see that in herself. She works at this magazine where it's all kind of, I'm gonna keep people at bay, and we're gonna be snarky with each other, and we're snarky at other people, and we're not gonna commit to something and possibly fail, you know? And she's really afraid of failure. And I think that's kind of what the end of the movie is, her big thing of just saying, here I am, this could go wrong, but I'm gonna make myself look like an idiot for you, you know? And I think that, for me, the reason he gets emotional in that is because he knows that was always there, you know? She's great. I mean, it was so much fun. And we worked hard at making sure that chemistry was there. You know, you do a lot of these, you watch a lot of romantic comedies, and you know, a lot of times, for me at least, I feel like the two people aren't into each other, you know, or they're acting, or it doesn't feel, you know, real. And so you know, with Judd, we rehearsed a lot, made sure the arguments felt very real, and made sure the scenes where we're, you know, falling in love felt very real, you know, and a lot of that was where a lot of improv came in, of just loosening it up, you know, and kind of, you know, finding that tone that felt very authentic, you know. He was great. He was a great guy. He's insanely funny. It's not fair how funny he is. Bums me out.
Not everyone can say they have a chance to shoot a scene where they actually play against LeBron.
Yeah, I know. I got to play against LeBron James, and he beat me. I know it was a big shock to everyone, but he kicked my ass, and no, it was fun. I'm not that big of a sports fan, no, but I thought it was exciting to get to meet all of them and hang out with them. I appreciate sports, but I'm not like I don't follow it really. So it was fun to get to hang with everybody. And I think that might have been why I was so calm in those scenes with LeBron. I mean, I realize it's LeBron James, but I think if I was as big of a basketball fan as everyone else on set was, it would be, I would have, you know, I would have been, my performance would have been way different. I would have been very nervous. It was great. I mean, we got to spend so much more time together. Usually I'm in for a couple of weeks and then I'm out, you know, but this time we got to spend the whole summer together, and he's just a great guy. You know, he's like one of my best friends. He likes to keep you on your toes, and he doesn't like seeing people acting. He likes watching behavior. He doesn't like seeing people reciting lines. And so he doesn't want it to feel stiff in any way. So he has this microphone and he will shout lines out at you or say, do that again, but do it this way, or, you know what I mean? Just anything to kind of throw you off balance so it feels spontaneous. But he hires people who can improvise and who are writers, you know. A lot of the people in the cast write as well, like Mike Birbiglia and Vanessa Bayer and John Glazer. I mean, everyone, they're writers, you know. So he trusts that you'll know what to do, you know. And but he does not like seeing people reciting. That drives him crazy. Yeah, it didn't feel like work. It really didn't. It came. I look, some movies, even great films that turned out great, you don't look forward to going to work every day because it's just really exhausting, or it's just hard, or the location is difficult, or something, or, you know, I've done movies where I've had tons of prosthetics on my face, and you're just like, oh God, but this was great. I look forward to it every day going to work. Oh yeah, it's so, the irony was that I lived in New York for 8 years shooting Saturday Night Live, and then I moved back to Los Angeles with my family, and the first big job I got took me back to New York for 3 months. So, but it was nice being there as kind of a visitor, you know. I got to see more of the city because when I was on Saturday Night Live, I had no time to experience the city. So I went to the Natural History Museum and I walked around the Lower East Side, and telling my wife, like, oh my gosh, this one restaurant's amazing. And she's like, yeah, how did you not know about these things? I just went to the Frick. And she's like, we lived down the street from the Frick for 8 years, you know. Yeah, it was great. I was struck more by Amy's performance. I thought was unreal. I thought Jodie Lipis did a great job shooting the movie. I thought it looked great. Yeah, I thought the pacing of it was really good, and I was happy that our relationship seemed really real. You know, that chemistry that you're talking about. I was happy that that turned out all right. But I don't like watching myself, so I saw it once without an audience. I watched it on a laptop. I was like, all right, I'm good. So that was the one time I saw it.